Hi and welcome to the Drummers Review Live Room. I'm Nick, and in today's video we're taking a look at a shell pack from the Rogers PowerTone series. Rogers PowerTone series has been designed to deliver a vintage aesthetic coupled with a modern sound, and first impressions of the kit is that it definitely has a retro vibe, although all of the drums feel modern and solidly built. The shell pack consists of a 20 by 14 inch bass drum, 10 by 7 and 12 by 8 inch rack toms, and a 16 by 16 inch floor tom, all in a champagne sparkle lacquer finish. Each of the shells are constructed from 5-ply of maple and poplar with re-rings, with the interior of each shell being treated to a fruitwood stain finish, giving a really classy look on the inside. The chrome shell hardware really adds to the overall aesthetic of the kit, with Rogers' classy looking badges, Ultramatic double ball joint tom holders, and large oval mounting plates, really adding to the retro vintage vibe. Elsewhere, and as another nod to kits from yesteryear, the bass drum also features T-handle tuning rods, which we feel is a really nice addition. Rounding things out, each of the toms sport 2.3mm triple flanged hoops, with the bass drum having matching wood. Heads-wise, and the toms come supplied with Remo coated UT over clear UT, while the bass drum has a clear UT batter with muffle ring, paired with a fibre skin style front head, which again really adds to the retro vibe of the kit. The 4-piece shell pack has a UK recommended retail price of £2,928, but before we get any further, let's dive a little deeper and see how it sounds. The unported bass drum, when left undampened, gives a really solid, punchy note with plenty of depth and attack. It opens up nicely from the quietest of notes and offers a nice full sound at all dynamic levels. The two rack toms give a nice clean sound, with the fundamental being coupled with a very clear sustain. Of the two, the 12-inch was quite a lot drier than the 10, but overall both give a great account of themselves. Finally, the floor tom gives a thunderous deep note with bags of sustain. It sang from the lowest tuning point, giving a tone that had masses of body and a low-end growl. Overall, and the kit performed really well. Tuning was pretty straightforward, although we did encounter a slight issue on the 10-inch rack tom with a rattle that we finally tracked down to being a loose bolt inside. A little bit disappointing if we're honest for a kit of this price point. Aside from this, and in terms of build quality, the kit is pretty good. It feels incredibly solid and robust, with a good attention to detail when it comes to fit and finish. In fact, we'd actually go as far to say that this is possibly one of the nicest finishes that we've seen in quite some time, with the champagne sparkle lacquer really catching your eye. With a very definite nod to kits of years gone by, you could be forgiven for thinking that this kit would work best in a more mature kind of musical setting such as jazz or classic rock. But considering the sound it produces, we feel it would be at home in pretty much any style or situation. With a price tag of just under £3,000, we've got to admit we're a little bit unsure about this kit. Granted, there's a lot to like, but even considering the great sound it produces, the good build quality and the exceptional finish, somehow we just don't feel this as being a kit worth £3,000. But perhaps you disagree. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please drop us a comment below. Subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified of our future videos. Head on across to our website drummersreview.com, where you'll find all of the specs for this kit, and we'll see you next time here in the Drummers Review live room.